it. The red lines keep going like that. There we go. What's going on, guys and girls? Rob here with you this afternoon. And got lots of good information. Got some updates as to what's going to happen in the channel. So hang tight. Okay. Hang tight because I do have some channel information I'm going to share with you guys. I know you're not going to want to miss it. First off, I'm going to give you some other channel information. Bleacher Bums Gaming. Wednesday, we are planning. Bleacher Bums is planning a show on his channel, and I will guest on his channel. Bless you. And it looks like that's going to be Wednesday right now. Okay, Wednesday. Congratulations. Alan Shaw won the EPL set, the 2019 set. He graciously said, send them down to Harris Jessup. Harris Jessup, they're on their way to you. The Hockey Blast set, that was won on bingo. It's been about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Way to go, Small 10. And oh yeah, Big 10. What was I gonna say? Don Heston, it's on its way to you. Hockey Blast is on its way to you. And Alan Shaw, the Philadelphia Phillies hat we got yesterday for you. It's in the mail. You should get it opening day. Now some channel announcements, and this is where the pride of the channel steps up. This is where the pride of the channel steps up. We sent this morning a PayPal account transfer.
Don't say how much.
Yeah, gotta say how much. We sent a transfer from my PayPal, our PayPal that everybody put together, to Harris Jessup. $475 went that way. Thanks, folks, in the channel. Man, oh man, it made. I mean, it's huge. It was huge, and I am proud of each and every person that played any part at all in it. We sent it this morning, and it is on its way. Now, how about that? So, big time applause. Thursday, this is tentative right now. I'm going to have Harris Jessup as a guest on StreamYard on the channel. It's a tentative thing right now. We got to understand, things have got to be kind of, iffy as far as his situation is. The times he has to watch his mom, this and that and the other. It could be noon, could be 3 o'clock, could be 6 o'clock, could be 7 o'clock, could be 9 o'clock. But Thursday is a time he's going to try to set some time away, talk sports. We're going to just try to talk all sports as we can. So anybody that comes in here, have your sports questions ready for him, or if you just want his outlook on things, who you think's going to win, the American League East, whatever. Come in here loaded with some questions, man, because let's do what we can just to try to take his mind off life right now. So if you come in here Thursday, be hoping, I'm hoping that we can get Harris in here. It's looking like we might be able to, and I'm liking our chances. Now, personally, right now, if you got your TV on CBS, I think you got the two best college players in the country right now. Luka Garza's fine. There's nothing wrong with him. But I like Austin Reeves and I like Drew Timmons better than any of them. Austin Reeves off the dribble, and he can shoot too, for Oklahoma, needs to be a top 10 pick. He needs to be a top 10 pick. He is that good. Drew Timmons on the inside. My man has got some moves. I mean, he reminds me more of Kevin McHale than anybody has in the last 35 years. Drew Timmons does. But Austin Reeves right now, I think he is more NBA ready than the kid from Oklahoma State, than the kid from Iowa, or the kid from Ohio that we will be seeing later on tonight. I like Reeves. I like Reeves. He can make his own shot. Oklahoma has a shot in this game now. They were up 7 earlier in the game. Don't know where they're standing. Elgin Baylor passed away too. I wanted to pass that on to everybody. Elgin Baylor, 86 years old, passed away, I understand, this morning. So NCAA basketball scores. So we'll have that at our disposal in just a moment. 25-21 right now. Gonzaga leading 9.5 minutes in the first half. So, yeah, we'll see what happens with Reeves. I say Reeves today, okay, scores at least 25 points and gets at least he's not a big rebounder. 6-8 assists, but at least 25 points. He is one of the most underrated basketball players of all time. Who is Sean talking about? Kirby Yates to miss time for the Blue Jays. Yeah, I heard. I'd heard a couple of Blue Jays actually got hurt. Who is one of the most underrated players of all time? Are you talking about Elgin Baylor? Yeah, Elgin Baylor was. You're correct. Yeah. And I think Austin Reeves is underrated too. I really do. I think Reeves is going to be more of an NBA talent than some of these guys that they're picking ahead of him. That's just my opinion. Anybody can take somebody off the dribble, right? And can also set himself, and can get a shot off like that. And he's been going to the rim on everybody, man. I mean, so big, little. They're going to have a chance. They're going to have a chance this game. Now, everybody's picking the Zags to win, but it's a 1-point game now. 9 minutes left to go in the first half. So it's all a matter if Oklahoma gets tired in the second half. They should be playing zone, but they're not. They're not. And we're well on our way to an 80-plus point game, probably 90 for the winning team there. So that probably happens, no doubt about it. Trash dump of the week. It's just getting worse for him. Kid from Florida State's a good basketball player. I think he's more defensive minded, but he's going to be good. Yeah, he's going to be good. Solid first round pick. Our trash dump of the week. I just don't know. I just don't know how much worse it's going to get for him. 12 more women step up this morning. I mean, good Lord. It could be 50 women by the time this is over with. And the thing of it is, if they all lived in the same neighborhood, you got the easy. The lawyer's easy thing is they all got together and coerced each other. How you doing, Bobby? Bobby Catalano says hello, Ms. Rob.
Hi, Bobby. How are you?
She slides in for a minute or two, but it says hello to us. But hey, when they are in 4, 5, 6, 7 different states, talking to different DAs, different lawyers and stuff, and they all are coming back with the same, like within just a few words difference of being the same statement. I got a feeling, that he's going to be in some serious trouble. How about you, Ms. Rob?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Yes, and we are talking about Deshaun Watson. Yeah. 25 women plus so far have stepped up.
That's a lot.
And we're, like I say, we're not talking just one region. We're not talking Dallas and Houston. We're talking out west and, in the Midwest, in the southern parts of the states. I think it's 6 or 7 different states that these 25 women are in. So they don't have access to each other, commonly. Just, okay, let's have us a big table meeting. Let's talk about Deshaun Watson and how we can take $40 million from him. No, it's not that at all. So Antonio Cromartie is almost jealous. Oh, me. So Deshaun Watson, and the real kicker is this. Now 3 teams in the NFL are offering to trade for him. All right. Now, if I'm Houston, the first time I hear the word first round pick, bye. He may never play again, guys. And each team knows that he's in this trouble. So it's not like it's a collusion matter. It wouldn't be like Houston's covering this up. No. These teams know that he's facing all his problems. All I can say is I hope Washington has no part in this situation. Save your first round pick. Save your first round picks. It's crazy stuff. We also going to try to have our final round of the Masters on History Maker Golf very, very soon. Cuomo said, and people, I think Sean must have worded there. He's going to have to. And people try to get on. And people try to get on me like, yeah. Cuomo definitely just needs to shut up too. Cuomo needs to shut up too. He's digging himself a rut every time he opens his mouth. Cuomo is a nut. So yeah. Just because somebody did worse than you, Cuomo, does not mean that you. Okay. We're not gonna call you Saint Cuomo yet. Saint Cuomo's fire. Not quite. We're not going to go that far. Feeling under the weather today. I waited till now to come online. I don't know why. I just have not felt good all day. Do you ever have one of those days that you just feel like, and you just don't feel like, you feel like if somebody touches you, it's going to hurt. That's the way it's been with me all day. I just have felt like I just do not feel like, I cut the TV on, don't even look at the TV, just look the other way. And then finally, the basketball game came on. How much of Deshaun's money will end up in other people's accounts? Well, the lawyers are going to get plenty of it. Lawyers are going to get plenty. Why are the women coming out now? Well, Sean, the thing of it is, they say the majority of this stuff happened in the off season, and he was going to massage parlors, right? And they said that, like, I don't know exactly what he was forcing to happen in the massage parlors, but I don't know. So he but the thing of it is, the stories are coming out like, I mean, just straight down the line, like that. Not many people are. Let's say it this way: not many people are defending Deshaun Watson right now at this time. The people stepping up for Deshaun Watson now are people that have probably been in more trash dumpy situations than he's been in. So, they're the ones, that you can't not take anything seriously that coming out of their mouth, But I don't know how it's going to end. I definitely don't. But I would not won't. I would not want that contract. And the thing is, if Houston holds on to him, right, and then he gets in all his trouble, that frees up a contract money. They want none of that to go into the cap if he's not able. Deshaun better pull a Frankenstein and bring Cochran back. It won't count none against the cap. Then they can go out there and try to get themselves a starting QB. You know, they can do that. But and I said all along, look, you talk well. Look at J.J. Watt taking up for his friend. Really, J.J. Watt bolted. J.J. Watt. He. This is what he said. He said the communication at the top wasn't where it should be. All right. But he didn't say at the top of the coaching ladder. It might have been at the top of just where the players are. So, you know, it might have been captains and stuff. And he got out of Dodge. He left. And if a condom doesn't fit, you must have quit. He better sing putting on the Ritz. He can get some things chopped off so they can't be identified. Where's Caitlyn? Where's Caitlyn Jenner when we need him? Her. Him. Her. Okay. we just won't go there. Oh my gosh. Oh me. If you have not seen Young Frankenstein, please do so. Oh me. So wrong. Oh me. But yeah, it's gonna be something. It's gonna be something to see. All right, no doubt about that. 3.5 minutes left to go. Actually 8-point game now. Gonzaga pulling away from Oklahoma late in the first half. 38-30. Oklahoma actually is a better 3-point shooting team than Gonzaga is. So we'll see what happens there. Don't forget Ohio plays later in the evening. Ohio Bobcats. They will be playing Creighton, the Blue Jays. The Creighton Blue Jays. So we will see what happens there. Florida State. Florida State, Colorado. Don't they play tonight? I think so. Oregon State and Oregon, both still in the bracket. My bracket got tore all to hell when Iowa got beat. I actually thought Houston was going to get beaten. I thought, oh my gosh, Deshaun better give them some money. I think he's going to do it anyway, whether he likes it or not, because even if they drop the criminal suit, these are criminal suits coming up against him. The civil suits that's going to follow, it's nuts. Yeah, Florida lost to Oral Roberts. You're right. Yeah. Toothbrush company, free toothbrushes to everybody if you're over the age of 90. So at the next game, Oral Roberts against didn't they have? Let's see, the Arkansas beat Texas Tech, I think, and Villanova forced their will on North Texas last night, and then Baylor. So we got all those, and then let's see. Abilene Christian is playing UCLA, right? 90, you don't have teeth. That's why they're giving away toothbrushes in. So they're hoping that, you know, you don't have to have one, right? Abilene Christian and UCLA. Florida State, Colorado. I like Florida State in this ball game. I don't know what's going to happen, but I like Florida State in that ball game. I really, really do. We will see what happens there. Like I say, Oregon beat Iowa last night. A 14 or 11 seed will make it Sweet 16. There's already been, let's see. There's already at least 114 in there. Well, there's a 15 in there now. Oral Roberts. They're in the Sweet 16. What's up, Alex? Yeah. So Oral Roberts being they're a 15 seed. They're in there. They're in there. The UCLA game is a 14 versus 11. Okay. Yeah. And I kind of like Abilene Christian in that game. What's up, Santa Claus Sharver? Matt Sharver. Yeah. Florida State's got the best defensive team left out there right now, I think. I really liked Virginia's defense, but I think Florida State's got the best defense. Syracuse is a different defense. Syracuse is different just because they play zone. Florida State's long, lanky, athletic, can jump. They can play man-on-man with anybody. They can match up with anybody, including the Zags. They just happen to be on the other side of the draw, so they can run their mouth and say, ha, ha, you know, that kind of situation. But, yeah, I think Michigan's in some trouble if Florida State ends up getting there. I really do. I think Michigan could be in a world of trouble because I just think Florida State matches up with them so well. Only two Big Ten teams left, Michigan and who's the other one? Are there two teams left? One. I want to say there's two left, but there may be only one left. Maryland. Where am I missing my Maryland at? Oh yeah, okay. And they got Alabama. They got Alabama, so they don't have an easy task either. But yeah, Michigan. I definitely don't think Michigan makes it to the Final Eight. I definitely don't. I think if they get by today, I think Florida State will beat them if Florida State gets by today. But they're really good. How about the Bobcats of Ohio? Creighton is we don't talk about Florida State on here. We talk about anybody want to on here. We really do. Are there any high-ranked players in this year's draft that have suspect character? Oh man, oh man. Oh, I'm sure there are. What's up, Alan? Here's the parody everyone wanted. Yeah. Some of the foreign players, they don't know how they were raised. You know, like a Garza, somebody like that. You really don't know how they came up and how they were raised. It's not so much character as it is just how they were taught. And I saw him a little while ago after they lost. And he was bawling. He was crying. But he wasn't throwing a fit. I mean, you know, there's differences between crying and sitting there crying and picking up the next thing and throwing it across the floor and all. He wasn't that way. But it hurt him to lose. And that's a good thing. That's, you know, a good thing that you see that the kid wants to win so bad, and he realizes, this is his chance, and he just couldn't do it. Oh yeah, most people's brackets toast now, especially with Iowa, Illinois, so many of those, and Ohio State. Everybody's Big Ten. Anybody had Big Ten going a long ways is toast. And I had Iowa getting there. I had Iowa as a team. In football, and say, are there any high-ranked players in this year's draft that have suspect character? Oh, in football, you talking about? So you're talking about for the football draft? Oh boy. Let's see. Yeah, Illinois got beat. Loyola Chicago beat them. Yep. They beat them off in Florida. Keith sent me an email, and he said they didn't want to play. That's what he said. That was the exact words he sent me. He said they played like they didn't want to play. That's what he said. I was laughing, but they beat them by over 10 points, I think. Some NFL players, I think, to me, the prima donna positions, defensive back, wide receivers, any kind of receiver position or quarterback, you got to look into their past a lot. You got to look into Loyola was a better team all day. Yeah, Loyola's a good ball club. But any of those prima donna positions, tight end, wide receiver, defensive back, and quarterback, you gotta look. I think sometimes you gotta look back 5-8 years. Find out what they went into. Kind of like what they did with draft day. Who in here's watched draft day? And the prospective overall number one pick that they were going to have on draft day, when he had his 21st birthday, none of his teammates came to his birthday party at the university with him. No teammates. So stuff like that. I mean, you got to look at how they communicate with coaches, how they communicate with kids in college, how they deal with the public. All that stuff's got to come into effect. Financially, can they take care of themselves? Or they always, I don't know, a lot of things. And when I say financially, if they're given stipends and all this stuff for college, are they constantly calling home and constantly out and about doing stuff? Yeah, you got to watch that stuff, because once they get 21, they're old enough to go to a lot of places and get into a lot of messes. They're old enough to drink. They're old enough to go in casinos. So, yeah, right. The birthday. Nobody came to his birthday. Right. No teammates. He had friends, but no teammates. So stuff like that, you got to look into all of that. I really believe that, because, I don't care if it's some of these good old boys. It's like somebody from Virginia, North Carolina. All we do is hunt and fish. Well, that's fine. But during that time you at home hunting and fishing, are you into something you shouldn't be into? And, that kind of deal. So it's across the board, whether it's a good old country boy, somebody from a city that couldn't tell you nothing about the country, or somebody foreign that is coming into this country. Have they done anything illegally? Anything that once you draft them, there's a chance that the league is going to say, guess what? That kid's in some trouble, and you just wasted a pick. So I think you got a talent. Talent is way up there, but you got to have somebody with some pretty good, some pretty good morals. Because look at the end of last season. It's as simple as that. If you look at look at Cam Newton, the last 2 or 3 games of the season when they were losing, he was going to the sidelines, ripping that headband off of his, throwing his helmet. And I mean, coaches were trying to stop him, and he was pushing their arms away, walking away. How many successful players, especially quarterbacks, do like that? And that's why I can't believe they re-signed him. Why would you? I mean, do you really think you're going to have a magic wand? He's going to have a damn magic wand in his hand this year and say, whoa, 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 we're going to be good. Hell no. Undervalued Loyola's #1 ranked defense. Yeah. Had I gone by my numbers and nothing else, that's one I could have bragged about. Nat, I'll tell you what, man, all the stuff that you sent me has went to good homes. And the 2019 Premier League set is on its way to Harris Jessup, courtesy of Alan Shaw. Alan bid on it and then said, let's send it to Harris. So do you think if Deshaun goes to jail, he's going to be someone's girlfriend? No, it's not going to get that bad for him. He's going to, he'll have the luxury palace wherever jail is at. Yeah, yeah, man. But yeah, I mailed the last bit of stuff out. Yeah, man. So so I'm glad. I want to have people come on that are going to put stuff to good use. And even if they want to play a game against me or something, we can do it. Tentatively now, this is just tentative. Thursday on this channel, right half a screen is going to be Harris Jessup's. We're going to try to do it. We got to find out his situation as far as his schedule. Could be noon Eastern time, could be 2 o'clock Eastern time, could be 4:30 Eastern time, could be 7, could be 9. I cannot promise you the time of day. But we're going to try to set up something to where we can at least talk about sports. At the end of the conversation, maybe we'll find out how his mom's doing. But we'll see what we can do as far as just kind of not blocking things out, but let's see what we can do as far as putting his mind back on the sporting thing. Opening day baseball is coming right up and everything. So definitely, if you're in here Thursday, do what you can, man. Come up with some good questions. Just have our minds out in Never Land, and maybe we'll stay an hour and a half, 2 hours. Who knows? But I hope that we are able to have Harris on Thursday. Supposed to be on Bleacher Bum Gaming's channel Wednesday evening. Don't know exactly the time yet. It's looking a lot like maybe 7 o'clock my time. Something, it could be 8. So we'll be seeing what's going on. Sent you an email, Rob. He reminds me of you. Oh my gosh. Who? I can only imagine. What have I done now to deserve this? No. I don't look like that dude. Dr. Despicable. Oh, man. Yeah, I hope things are okay for Randy and Rachel. I've not heard a lot from him. It's been about a week. He got back in touch with me last week when I hadn't seen him and heard from him in about a week and a half. And he said she's going through a lot now. I guess medically. I can't. I already erased it, Sean. But yeah, and he was saying that she was going through some procedures. It might be medical, it might be the medicine she's intaking. I don't know, or procedures she's going through. She's just having a hard time. Rachel is right now at this time. So definitely keep our prayers up Have you ever heard of Despicable Me?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the doctor on it?
No.
Oh, that's who Sean said. Look up. He said it looks like Rob.
No, it doesn't. With the point. No.
Yeah, the pointed type head. Yeah,
No.
yeah. It doesn't look like me at all.
No.
No,
Bobby, you don't look like that.
no. Told you. How am I doing?
Tell Sean to be nice.
Be
Play
nice.
Sean. Play nice. How are you, Sean?
He should be doing his damn schoolwork. Should be doing his damn schoolwork. That's what I'm going to say about it. Oh, me. Let's see what the score is now. Oh, me. Me, oh my. There was, what, 8? It's 8 again. 46-34 halftime. Oh, no, actually 12 points. Wow. So it's 12-point lead for the Zags. Oklahoma, yeah. Somebody says 46-36. I got 46-34. It's either 12 or 10 points. Oklahoma may be getting another basket on mine right here at the end. I got 46-34 though. So they may be looking at a basket, or either Larry Harris has already got one down. Larry Harris, we got to understand this about Larry Harris. He is a professional bowler. You don't take 1 or 2 pins away from Larry. Okay. Same thing with basketball. You don't take a couple of points away from Larry. He knows what's happening. Why would you give me the wrong score, Rob? Because that's what it's got me here, Jabroni. 46-34. That's what I got. Yeah, they look good either way. That's right. But Larry is a pro bowler. So Larry doesn't let a pin here, a pin there slip from him. He counts them all. So 16 perfect games. Okay. Nolan Ryan had 7. Larry Harris has 16. So tell them about it. Tell them about it, Larry. Before anybody wants to come in here and knock bowling on our channel. Okay. Before anybody wants to say anything about bowling, ask Nolan Ryan how many perfect games he's got. Larry has 16. He says, and he can do like this if he wants to. He can do the dropping mic time and say, "Hey, bitch," and then dropping mic. He can do that. When you got 16 perfect games, you can pull that shit. How did Larry Bird shoot? Let's see. 3s. He shot pretty good, man. From over his head like that. Still have Gonzaga winning it all, either against Loyola or against Oral Roberts. Toothbrush men will not. Yeah, that's right. That's the way to say it. Nolan Ryan has nothing on me. That's a quote. That's a quote. Now, if you want to get a good T-shirt, Nolan Ryan has nothing on me, and then you put B, and then you put a bunch of those little marking marks behind it. That's what, and then you drop the mic, and then you walk into a baseball stadium. Yeah, walk into a baseball stadium, and you got a picture of him, and you got 7 pictures of Nolan Ryan down your back. Then you got 16 of you with a bowling ball in your hand, pointing to it like that. Like, I wouldn't do it. If I had 16 perfect games in bowling, oh, I'd do it. And I'd go to Texas. Nolan Ryan throws more strikes in the game, but he had more chances. Larry threw 12 strikes in one game, but nobody got a hit on him either. Nobody got perfect game. Not no hitter, perfect games. Ask Nolan Ryan how many perfect games he threw. No hitter. Can't see you. You can't see me. That's totally different. No hitter. Perfect game. Yep. Nolan, take my address, biatch. That's what I'd say. Nolan, take my address, biatch. Contact me if you need, That's what I'd say. If I'm Larry Harris, I'd do it. Had me a cool shirt. Oh yeah, he hit Ventura. Oh, he got more Ventura hits in one game. He got like 9 punches in on that dude. He was a human punching bag. Hey, Rodriguez. What was his name? Hey, bitch. Yeah. Rodriguez. What? Ivan Rodriguez. He said, I knew. He said, I knew when he come out to the mound when he dropped his bat, when he laid the bat down. He said, I knew he was. That's what he said. He said he needed that bat, and he might have had a chance. That's what he said. He might would have had a chance with a bat in his hand. He said Ryan wouldn't have backed up if he had the bat in his hand. That's when you know you're a badass. Okay? You're a pitcher with no ball in your hand. You got a glove in your hand, and a man coming with a bat at you and knows how to swing it, and you don't run. You're either the dumbest son of a bitch on earth, or you are one bad son of a bitch. One of the two. Me, I'm running the other damn way because I'm sure sometime during my life I've had somebody chase me with a bat. I had 2 little brothers, so I'm sure sometime or another I had somebody chasing me with a bat. But I didn't stay there. I didn't stay there and wait for the, I didn't wait for the phone to ring and say, or somebody to ring my bell. Hell no. I tune in and here's Rob calling me the dumbest son of a bitch. No, not you, PJ. No. We talk about Nolan. We talking about Robin Ventura. Ivan Rodriguez said as soon as he dropped that bat and went after Nolan Ryan, that was the dumbest thing he could have done. He said Ryan got him in a headlock, and he said he could hear him each punch he was hitting him. That's pretty good. The dumbest son of a bitch. Too bad Nolan Ryan wasn't the guy at the hockey game trying to crawl into the penalty box after his wife would be. Oh man, yeah. If I ever get my brother here, I'll get him to tell you his side of the story. Because I'm serious. He grabs my man's foot. And I mean, this guy's up here shaking his hand like it's all official, and then he's gonna climb in there, and he grabbed his foot and pulled him back. My buddy's sitting right here beside him, and he's like dumbfounded. He's like, he's just watching this woman bleed right in the floor, and I'm doing what I can to hold the guy back, but I have a terrible angle. I mean, he's going across like this, and I don't have any angle to get him back, and I couldn't reach up top and pull him down. It was a hockey game that I went to back about 91 or 92, a minor league hockey game. And we were right behind the penalty box. I wasn't playing. I had one of my buddies with me. He was sitting to my left. Let's see. Was that right? No, I was sitting to the far left, and then there was him. And then it might have been my cousin, and then Mike. My brother with a beard. So it's 3 or 4 of us. I don't know exactly how many was. But why did you get in a fight, Rob? I didn't get into the fight. I'll tell you more about it. Listen to me now. So what happened was the penalty box was right kind of in front of me, kind of just not quite 12 o'clock, but a little bit to the left of me. This lady was sitting in front of me, and the way they had the seats, they weren't perfectly lined up. They were like this, so you could get a good view of the ice and stuff. So she was over to the left, and I want to say her husband was even further over. So there was a couple of people maybe sitting beside of us. And this guy got a penalty, and he was mad. I mean, steaming mad. So he's about 6'5", something like that. He sits down in the penalty box, and when he takes it, he just slings his stick back. And you know how plexiglass does. And he just went right through the plexiglass and just went straight down, and it stopped, right? And we were looking at the stick. We weren't paying no mind to the woman, and it didn't come right down just like this. It went and then right through here. It just cut the piss out of her, man. I mean, it probably went that deep. And the next thing you know, we just start seeing blood all over her face. I mean, so that stick was sitting there. Her husband gets out of his seat. He's probably 5'7", 5'8", probably 60 years old. He's getting up on the damn top of the penalty box, and he is climbing into the damn penalty box to get a hold of this dude that's probably 21 or 22. I walk around down the aisle, and I try to grab him by the belt collar, by a belt loop. My brother's got him by the damn foot, keeping him away, because he knows if he goes in there, he's dead man. He is a dead man if he goes in there. He's holding him back. Now, my brother wasn't as big as he is now, but he was still well over 6 feet tall. But, he had him by 1 foot. And I had him by maybe a belt loop, and there wasn't nothing I could do. And my brother was pulling back. They come down there with like one of these towels that looks like you would get at a hotel or something, but just, folded up thick. So it was about this thick. And I just give it to the lady, and she puts it on her face, man, and her whole arm and hand and everything around is blood all over it. I said, "Come on, ma'am." And my brother pulled the guy out of the penalty box and said, "Go with her." They go back and stitch her up. The old man won't go whip his ass, man. The old man was going to get his ass whipped. Was what was going to happen. Yeah. No, the old man would have got killed. No way, dude. So we go back. We climb. You got to climb up steps and then kind of go down the back way. And they said, "Sir, do you know where you're going?" I said, "I know this building like the back of my hand." So we go back into the rescue squad, and I even talked to the squad driver. I said, "You go take her to Roanoke Memorial," and they said, "Dave, back in the back, or Donnie or Dave, one of them can go back here and fix up." I said, "Hell no." And I said, "I got stitches to prove that. I don't, he don't need any of those. He don't need some clown from off his street." No, dude, he would have kicked my tail too. That dude was, I was probably 26, 25 at the time. My brother now, he was probably 19, 20 at the time. I guess the Ohio Bobcat will be ready for round 2. So long, UVA. Thanks for playing. You got it, Demos. They here, man. He's here. He's here. I'll go get my hat on a little bit. It was before the Rebels. It was Roanoke, the Virginia Lancers. It might have been their last year that they were the Lancers. It was after the Roanoke Valley Rebels. I didn't play for the Rebels. I played for the practice squad for the Lancers. Yeah. And then we switched over and called ourselves the Roanoke Express or whatever. Roanoke Express got changed to that after that. So that was pretty cool. But now they call themselves the River Dogs or something. I had never even been up there and seen them play now. Yeah, the Roanoke Valley River Dogs or Virginia River Dogs. I think it's the Roanoke Valley River Dogs. They play at the Berglund Center. That's the name of the place. So, but anyway, I got into that rescue squad, and I told him, I said, fire it up. And he said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Look, she's got to go get stitches, dude." And he said, "It's supposed to be for players only." I said, No. You got to fire it up. I said, we are not going to have her go back into the locker room and have these two clowns. I'm telling you, man, I'm serious. There is no way in the world we're going to have, number one, she's going to scream to the heavens. And number two, they just Lynchburg rabbit dogs. So they ended up firing it up, and the owner ended up coming down there, talking to me. He owned all these places called the Lancer Marts in Lynchburg and Roanoke, and just all over the surrounding areas. It was just a bunch of marts, and him and his wife both. He owned like 3 or 4 teams in the league, so he was keeping the league afloat just by him owning the teams. The Rabid Dogs. Yeah, but it was funny because I mean, I would have sued him. Not well. The fact is, I think when they came back to the game, they ended up coming back after the game was over with, and he was there, and I think he offered them like tickets or something. She said, "I ain't never come back to the damn place," but I think he offered them like season tickets, which would have been pretty cool, man, because a ticket for a game like it, I think, run you maybe $5 tops, maybe not even that much. But my Lord, you knew you were going to see a lot of good fights. Back in the day, a minor league hockey ticket to me, I would have sued $5 million. He was such a good dude, though, man. The owner of the franchise was such a good guy, man. Little bitty runt. Think of his name here for long. Right now I can't even think of it. If you looked it up online, you could see it. But he owned all those Lancer Marts, and it used to be, stop by there, guys. I got $5 worth of food for each one of you after the games and stuff like that. Good thing VCU got COVID, saved them from a butt whipping. Well, the fact is, Oregon was fresh, so I hated it that Oregon just got a free ride. I didn't like it. No, it wasn't. His name wasn't Arthur Blankenship. It was he had a short last name, man. If I hear his name, I can tell you that we had the Long Island Ducks, but they folded in '73 before I was old enough to drive out to the arena. John Brophy was like, oh man, really? Sean would have thrown Rob over the glass on top of the player. Yeah, Sean had done that to me. The owner of the Falcons, that's Arthur Blank, not Blankenship, Arthur Blank. NCAA should have had an alternate team on stamp. I think so too, something like that. Had them out there and ready and be like, okay, look. But they canceled. And they still would have had 2 or 3 hours to get ready. I agree. And probably would have come up with a better show too. Oh my goodness, this team was only had 2.5 hours. This team only had 2 hours to get ready for this game today. So hey, who knows? I can't think of the guy's name. If I heard the man's name, I'd know it just as good as anything because they were such good people. They were real nice. But yeah, that lady, man, she had to be 55, 60 years old. Big Ten, not so big. Not you're right. You're exactly right. What was it? 1 left? 1 or 2 left. What was the hockey team's name? Virginia Lancers. Virginia Lancers. And now, like I say, the only reason, and they had a bit kind of cool looking L, but it was just because of Lancer Marts, and they were all over Roanoke, Salem, surrounding areas. They was even in Lynchburg. They had some in Lynchburg. The team who lost the play-in game for that region could have been a replacement. Yeah, or I would have rather actually seen somebody that got left out of the tournament. Just push somebody in there. At least let somebody play, I don't know. Maryland is left and Michigan. Michigan, yeah. Two teams left, yep. Yep. From the Big Ten. And the Pac-12 is not lost yet. They're 6-0, something like that. 7-0. They're tough. They are tough. I used to go to Richmond Renegades games at Richmond Robins back in the day. Yeah, at the old Diamond. I actually went and seen the Richmond Braves a few times at the Diamond. 8-0. Okay. Henry Brabham. That's his name? Yeah. That's his name. Henry Brabham. You got it, bruh. Henry Brabham. Yep. So it's had to be in 90 then, because it might have been 91, but they changed it to Express or something like that. Roanoke Express or something. And we still was going to see games even then. And then the collapse of the building. What happened was, it was crazy too. It snowed like hell I want to say like December or January night. And at 15, 16 inches, the whole roof caved into the place. And they immediately got in touch with now the Berglund Center. I used to call it the Roanoke Civic Center. Said, look, can we use your facilities? We will rent from you. We just want to play hockey there. So now, so that's where they play all their games at now, where they used to play at this little place in Vinton, Virginia. Right across the road, there's a casino. There's a casino right across the street now. But now, when I used to go up there, I posted Lancer's logo and program pics. Yeah, the big red eel kind of looks like a hockey stick. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't nothing fancy, but I still got some programs at the house. I'm sure I do, and I may have a stick or two down at Mom's. But if she's got a hold to it, they're probably long gone. But who knows? We may still have them around. I used to save pucks and everything. So 53-38 Gonzaga, looking pretty good. 17. Did you get rid of all your play games except the red, white, and blue racing? No. I got golf. I got History Maker golf. I got Soccer Blast, and which other one I got? Hockey Blast. Let me look at. I've never been to a soccer game in my life. Never been to one. Watch them on TV, but I've never even been to a kid's soccer game. Nope. Yeah, Hockey Blast. Yeah. Ooh, King Cash. John Brophy was awesome. Yeah. But yeah, red, white, and blue racing. All I'm doing now is holding off. We're gonna wait. A couple people still going through a lot of stuff, man. Really are. Harris. And let me give you a little program announcement, guys. We sent Harris the money today. We hit proud of each and every person that gave money. We sent $475 his way. Very cool. So he contacted me this morning and said that he would like to come on live. And I said, would you like to come on live? He said, yeah, how about Thursday? So we are certainly going to try to have him on the channel sometime Thursday, whenever it works for him, if possible. So we're going to certainly do it. Supposed to be on Bleacher Bum Gaming's channel Wednesday night. We'll see what happens about that. Talking about I'll let him tell you what we're going to be talking about, but it's going to be about professional players, professional athletes, and some of the stuff they can get into and stuff, I think. So we'll get more into that. We'll get into it that night if you care to watch it. But Thursday, all I'm going to do is if Harris comes on the channel, I'm going to leave it sports related across the board until right before we let him go, and then find out how his mom's doing. But you guys shoot questions to him 50 at a time. That's fine. I'm going to be watching the chat, and I'm just going to keep feeding him sports questions because anything we can do to, just to try to take an hour or two off his mind. Maybe he'll sit back and drink him a soft drink, water, whatever he wants to, whatever time of day he can do it. I'm going to do it. So I'm going to kind of work to his schedule because I know he's having a hard time right now. He is having. What happened with Harris? I didn't hear about this. Harris's mom is on hospice, and Harris and his sister are taking care of things. One nurse comes in for an hour each week, and they've got an assistant comes in 1 hour each day, 5 days a week. But they're around the clock taking care of her. And they started this Thursday would be the 3rd week. So it'd be 21 days that they come this Thursday. So right now it's 19 days? 19 or 20 days, close to it. Those two are, who is that standing behind you with a guitar? She doesn't have a guitar.
The guitar?
So,
Getting back up in my chair to work.
So what happened was Harris and his sister have been taking care of their mom around the clock. All right. One time as he slept 8 hours in the last 19 days. One time. So every 2 to 3 hours they have to give her morphine. And she's not eating now. All she's accepting is crushed ice. And this morning she just about choked on the pills. So he and I staying in contact pretty consistently. We really are. I wanted to make sure he got the money in his account, and he did. And I want to thank each and every person who played a part in that because, man, I tell you what, I would appreciate it. I did. Is there a PayPal? I can send a few dollars. Yes, I can actually give you his PayPal account. Send it as a gift to a friend, and it won't be taxed at all. So anybody still wishing to send money, everybody send it to me, and then I just send it down there as a chunk. If you wish to do it, I'm going to give you his email address. How about that? Let's do that. It'd be easier now. You can just do it that way. Okay. I'll find out how I can see his email address. All right, I'll put it on reply. No.
Mail.
Oh, I got me some email. Oh, I got me some mail. Oh, go to the casino. Come see us. Oh, okay. Let me compose one. Let me compose a message in. Oh, okay. Here we go. This is anybody that would like to send any money to Harris Jessup. Lafreniere only has 8 points, guys, so he's not. There we go. Yeah. So anybody that wishes to send money his way, you do that, and I'm sure he appreciates because he told us. I told him a week ago we were doing it, and he said we didn't have to do it. And I said, look, you've been out of work for 2 weeks. Now you're starting a 3rd week you're out of work. And you haven't been down in Florida that long. It's not like people are just ready to open their wallets just to give you money just because you just look so nice or whatever. So, yeah, I'm sure they can use it. Yep. So that's the email. But Lafreniere, he's in a tough position right now. He really is. He's getting a lot of pressure on him from the New York press. And then some of the players around him have been getting in trouble, so it doesn't help. I don't know. I still think he's the best player that came out of the draft, but he may be a 3 year project now. You know, he's only 19, 20. That's all he is. No, I still think he's 19. I don't even think he's 20 years old yet. So, you know. this year's kind of a push. It's going to be a lot more exciting to see what happens when he's got fans watching him, people in the crowd, his mom and dad, whoever. I don't know I don't know his family situation, but when his family can sit there, close relatives can sit there and watch him play in a New York setting or New Jersey setting or Philly setting, somewhere like that, it's going to be a lot more fun to watch what happens. It's not, it's fine to watch hockey now, but you lose some of the grit and the grind, I think, of the games when you don't have a lot of cheering going on. I think it makes a big difference. I really do. I think it puts defenses on their heels a lot more by not having somebody cheering them every time they hit somebody and pound somebody. I think the scoring's been going up a little bit. Just ask Philly; they gave up 7-1 period the other day, but they just fell asleep that period. That's all. I mean, somebody wanted to put them as trash dump of the week for that, and I was like, you know what? Every team goes through that. Got to go. All right, Alan, we understand, my friend. Have a good one. Philly's hat is flying. It's in the air right now. No, should be soon. You should be getting it before opening day. So be ready to wear it, my friend. Yeah, I just think that it's so easy to give up goals anytime, and then if you just fall asleep or just have a bad day, couple players on the team, that's all it takes. You can give up 5, 6, 7 goals easily if you just on your heels or just not into it for whatever reason. And so I give teams a pass once in a while. Now, if they do it 3 games in a row or something like that, then that's when you got to start taking concern and be like, okay, something's not right. We got to do something's not right there. Top right there.
Right yeah, I saw it.
Oh, you already seen it? Oh, okay. That's pretty good there. Come to Vegas. Come to Vegas. Yeah. Been a while. We went back September of 2019, but maybe we'll go again soon. I don't know. History Maker Golf, like I say, we got 8 players within how many shots of the lead? 6 shots of the lead. Going into the final round, Tiger Woods is in that conglomeration. He's 2 shots back. He's 4th place. Yep, by himself in 4th. Henrik Stenson, Xander Schauffele, Adam Scott, Matthew Fitzpatrick's lead, Gary Woodland, Kevin Kisner, Emiliano Grillo. So we will do that in the upcoming days. Been doing Grid Zone. Grid Zone's awesome. I love playing it. Gary Brown game. That's a fun game. Fun game. Good cards. Everything. So definitely, if you get a chance to play it, it's $40. You pay tax. For me, it was 48, I think, to get it. Shipping or whatever. It may not be tax. Maybe it's shipping. But that's what it cost me. And it's pretty good. Pretty good. Not a bad game at all. Go back and check out the Elgin Baylor passed away at 86. 20 is nearly a 20-point game now. Gonzaga's just putting it, they're throttling them now. 12 minutes left to go in the game. Let's see what the Oklahoma kid's got. I said he would get 25 points. Let's see if he does. It'll be interesting. Austin Reeves, 18 points already. 18 points. I'm telling you, he's going to be a star in the NBA. I don't think he's just going to be a player. I think he's going to be a star. He can take people off the dribble. He can shoot. Yeah. And then let's see what's the other guy's name? Nims, no, Timmins, 19 points. And the only difference is he's 6'11", 7 foot tall. So he's very, very, he can move around a lot for an inside player. He reminds me more of Kevin McHale than anybody has in the last 30 years. That's saying something. And McHale had a lot of inside moves. This kid does too. And he can shoot the ball pretty well. Not the greatest, but pretty well. But I think he'd be, I would love to see him go to Boston. But Reeves, either one. I'd love him to get either one of those two players. Let's see. The game's coming up the rest of the day today. Let's see where we got. What's still to come? Abilene Christian against UCLA, 11 against a 14. We were just talking about that. Watch out, Abilene. Watch out, UCLA. Abilene Christian could beat that team. Ohio, a 13 against the Big East champion, the Blue Jays of Creighton. So we'll see what the Bobcats can do. They playing at 6:10 Eastern time. I want to say TNT. TNT today. That's what they're going to be playing on. And then LSU, Michigan. That should be a barn burner right there. LSU has a lot of size and they can run. Michigan does too. Michigan's not as deep as Gonzaga, but only 2 teams left in the Big Ten. It may only be one after this one. Colorado against Florida State. Florida State's the fancy of everybody out there now. Everybody likes Florida State's defense. You got they got an NBA prospect. I think they're the better team here. I really do. I like Florida State there. Then Maryland, the last of the Big Ten teams, going against Alabama. Big chore against Alabama. Alabama's they are just a bunch of big boys that can play. And I like Alabama in that game. USC, Kansas, I'm never counting Kansas out. They're well coached. Bill Self, one of the top 5 coaches active now, I would say. I'm not counting them out. So, and then the sad part about it, Tribe Fan brought it up a couple days ago, a day or two ago. But what about this, Rob? They're playing on Monday. Well, guess what? Next week, they're playing on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday next week. I don't know why they're doing that. No idea why. But they're playing their first game of the week will be on Saturday. And then the Elite 8 will play Monday and Tuesday to get down to the Final Four. I don't understand that one. That's beyond me. But hey, whatever floats their boat, right? Whatever. Any chance Self could end up in Duke? Probably not. Probably not, due to the fact they probably pay as well as Duke would pay him. He's got streets around the campus named after him. I highly doubt it. If Coach, like I say, I've said all along, if Coach K leaves, that I figured they would hire Wojciechowski. Now, Wojciechowski has gotten fired. So now he's officially Marquette, Michigan trash. They're not going to hire him now. I'm just telling you, Duke is going to bring somebody on board that's a hot prospect. Jeff Capel maybe. But I would love to see him bring on Tony Bennett from the University of Virginia. I think he would be the best fit in Duke. A big pay raise, no doubt about it. And to see where it goes from there. Obviously, I think most people think they're going to go from when Coach K leaves to at least if not somebody currently coaching there, to at least somebody that was a graduate of Duke. I'm not sure that's the best way to go because you need maybe a fresh approach to things. Coach K has called his, he has coached his way for 41 years at Duke University. Yeah, Roy Williams also went to Carolina too. Keith, Roy Williams attended Carolina rather. He went to school there. So, I mean, he's a North Carolina boy. So he left Kansas to go to Carolina. Yeah, Bill Self didn't attend Duke. Bill Self is not a Durham resident or North Carolina resident. I just don't think it happens. I don't think it. I think there's other ways they might go before him. We would see. They might would even go, and this would be a long shot. Okay, somebody that's had something to do with Bobby Knight in the past. Let's see, who was a coach at UCLA at one time. Now I don't know if this kid, if this guy is still coaching or Steve Alford. They would go a route like that, just due to the fact he was that tight with the coach at Indiana, Bobby Knight. Probably not, but who knows? If he has a say in it, I would lean more to somebody that probably is a Duke grad, capable. Hell, they could even go the route of the guy from Notre Dame. He went to Duke, or he was under Duke. He was under Coach K at one time. Mike Breen? No, it's not Breen. What's his name? Notre Dame's coach. Notre Dame basketball coach. Notre Dame basketball coach. Mike Bray. He would leave. It's hard to believe he would leave Notre Dame, but if he was going to leave Notre Dame, that would be the job to do it for us, to go to Duke. Could the coach of the Celtics take an interest in the job? Man, the thing of it is, he got away from college just to do that. He was with, let's see, who was his team in college? Butler Bulldogs. Yeah, I guess he could. Very seldom do you see him go. Yeah, very seldom do you see him go from college. I mean, from pro back to college, unless they get pushed that way. I think he was a better college coach. Probably would be a great pickup for Duke. I don't know if he would take a job or not. But that would probably be a good hire. Yeah, never even thought about him. But he probably would be a great hire. Yeah. Names just fly out the window on me. But I can see his face just as good as anything. Dark-haired guy. And he's won Coach of the Year before. So, I mean, he knows what he's doing. In the NBA, he's won Coach of the Year. So, once you get professionals that listen to you, what's going on with you and the secretary? Sean wants you back on the live feed again.
Who?
Keith, what's going on with you and the secretary? Sean said that thing. Oh, me. Oh, me. So we'll see what happens there. That's going to be interesting because Duke would go with a younger, higher energy guy The recruiting landscape has changed with the one and done. Kids going to Europe for a year and G League. Yeah, they are thinking about getting together with the NCAA, though, and making it to where they have to go back to 2 years again. That will make a difference. Such a hard job to fill those shoes, though. Coach K casts such a long shot. Yeah, he does. If I were the AD at Duke right now, I would not want none of the guys that were under him. There's reasons for it. I would want a fresh start. I would want somebody that's well liked, somebody that knows how to recruit, and somebody not too old. Tony Bennett's 51 years old, 20 years older, younger than Coach K. He's won a national championship. He can recruit to Charlottesville, Virginia, in the middle of nowhere. It really is. There's nothing going on in Charlottesville, Virginia, folks. Duke, to recruit to go to Duke, the main thing you do is you just show a folder and say, look, this guy went to the NBA and scored 20 a game. This guy went to the NBA and won 2 championships. This guy that's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Here's J.J. Redick. Here's Grant Hill. Here's Christian Laettner. And just keep flipping them. Oh, is he 74 now? Is he? Okay. 74 years old. Okay. I just feel like he's not coming back. Now, it's nothing beneficial. And I came on my channel a week ago and said, I think he's going to call it quits. And I still think he will. But so I think he calls it quits. If he does, how much of a say is Coach K going to have in his replacement? That makes a difference. Out of everyone you've said, I like Tony Bennett the most. I just don't know if he's going to run an ISO type off. See, the thing is, he can come down there and run his type of offense, right? But he can kind of blend his offense with just 5 guys that know their way around the floor. You really are. You're talking about more than likely 5 NBA prospects that are probably 18 years old. And that's just the way it works. And, the main thing you got to do, but I like him as a coach with the best cred. I agree. Mike Bray would be okay. And I think he worked under Coach K for a while. But see, the only thing is the quotes that I got from him. Jim Harbaugh wants a job. Jim Harbaugh, he couldn't be any happier in Michigan. Are you kidding? Jim Harbaugh's found the biggest fools in town. Jim Harbaugh got signed to a 4-year extension. What other school would have signed Jim Harbaugh to a 4-year extension? Name one. And the crickets start going chirp, chirp, chirp. I still can't believe they did that crap. I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. Come on. You got yourself a good basketball coach. But my goodness, man, let him walk. Let him walk. Bye-bye. Go back to the NFL. Go help coach your brother's team, whatever. But Coach K was caught. He was caught on a live mic talking to the kids on the sidewalks, and his wife was coming along and said something about, thank you guys for everything you've done for me, and I will never forget it. Thank you guys for everything you've done for me, and it's much appreciated. Me and my wife really appreciate it, and we'll never forget you. Something to that effect. Now, Is it, you know, but that was caught on a live mic about a week ago down in Durham. And to me, what more has he got to prove? Yeah, he could stay for another year, but he's going to end up on. It's such a hard hire because you don't want to hire a Shaka Smart. You need a guy. Yeah, you need a guy with a. Plus, I'll tell you something else. You don't want a guy that's moved 20 times. You don't want a guy that left. All right, he left Boston College for Michigan, left Michigan to go to Indiana, left Indiana to go to Arizona State, left Arizona State to go to Texas. Every time on his own terms, but you don't want that. You don't need that because they got that in their blood that, okay, I'm good for 4 years here or 5 years here. Now I'm going to jump ship. Duke is looking for somebody that's going to stay. So that's another reason I think you got to watch out hiring somebody in their 30s. I really believe that. If the guy from Villanova was 10 years younger, I would say jump on him. Jump on getting him. He's a two-time national champion. Jay Wright, like everything about him. There's just so many coaches out there. Just Boeheim's reaching the retirement age. Who else? Let's see. I don't know. There are, and hell, I've even heard the name Jay Billis brought up. Jay Billis is a lawyer. Jay Billis works for ESPN. Jay Billis is well loved by the Duke community up until the time that he came out. Was it 4 years ago? And he spoke. I mean, he came out with an article against Duke, and that turned their heads on him then. Well, Mark Few, the only thing that would get Mark Few the money, and that's the thing. Gonzaga, that's the only way they're making their money is through Mark Few and that basketball program. Let's see what kind of salary he's making. That would make a difference. Mark Few's salary. He's only making $1.1 million. Mike Krzyzewski salary. Coach K's salary. That would turn your head, see. They don't have to pay him what they pay Coach K. Mark Few's making $1.1 million. Coach K's making $7.2 million. Well, actually $7,250,000. $7,250,000 per year. Do you offer Mark Few $4 million? We'll give you 4 times your amount. Who says no to that? Who right now? Look at your pay stub, and somebody offers you 4 times that amount to move to North Carolina. Kevin Thomas, welcome. What's going on? Well, what about another ACC coach, Leonard Hamilton? Yeah, he could. Yeah, definitely, and he would be a good one too because he would instill some defense down there, and they haven't had defense in a good while. But can you imagine? You call Mark Few and say, "Look, we'll give you 4 times what you're making right now," and he's not making $50 an hour. He's making a 1.1 mil. And then you're going to turn around and pay him $4 million per year. And you're not going to pay him for 5 years. You're going to go and sign him for 7 years, 8 years. Why not? If he leaves early, you don't have to pay him. That's the one good thing about any time a coach leaves. They can pretty much leave on their own, but you don't have to pay them the rest of their salary. You don't have to do that. So, as good a team as he's got in Gonzaga, right? And look at all the people out west that know Mark Few. Can you imagine if he went to Duke and was like, okay, now I'm the head man here. You know, you'd never see him. You never see him now on TV until they're ready to play. Lays lower than anybody. He just gets the best players from all over. He gets great players. And he can say, look, do you want to come to the biggest basketball school there is? No, it's not official that he's leaving. Just, you know, it's rumor around campus, and they've caught some hot mic things with Coach K. Thank you guys for everything you've done. You know, me and Mickey, it means the world to us what you guys have done for us. That kind of situation, those kind of comments when they were leaving his offices. And she doesn't come on campus much. She does not come on campus except it's game time around games. She does not show up in his office that much. And she was on the campus that day, and both of them were together hand in hand. And they were saying, thanks, Coach, for everything. And he was like, thank you guys for everything you've done for us. So it was just a hot mic with maybe 30 seconds. And I don't know. 74 years old. And right now, he could help pick he would help pick a coach or talk to a coach and say, look, would you be interested in my job or interested in this job if I step down? Would you be interested in it? And what coach wouldn't? I mean, let's be for real about it. What coach out there would, maybe the LA Lakers or like we were just talking about the Boston Celtics, maybe not, but it would be hard to turn Duke's job down. It would be hard. And Mark Few is making $1.1 million. Coach K is making 7.2. And he's only the second highest paid coach. He's not the highest paid coach, guys. He's the second highest paid coach. And I'm talking about in basketball, not in all of college sports. I'm talking about in all of basketball. He's the second highest paid. He's got 5 rings. He's got 5 championships. So, you know, a lot of places could offer more money, probably Mark Few money, you know, if they bring a team, and he's been hoping for years that they bring a team back to Seattle, the Supersonics back to town. I think he would, for $2 million, $2.5 million, he would go jump at that chance. I think he would love that opportunity to be able to stay close to home and coach. But I don't know whether he would come cross country or not. I just don't know. Who is the Oral Roberts coach? Does he have white teeth? Oral Roberts coach has free electric toothbrushes for life. Yes. Oral Roberts basketball coach. And Paul Mills, very, very upset that they didn't get to play Colgate. This guy actually is on Shameless. Anybody in here watch Shameless? He's the guy that just come back on the police force. Who watches Shameless in here? A plug for Shameless. Anybody in here watch Shameless? He looks just like a guy. Nobody in here watches Shameless. Nobody in here watches Shameless. Paul Mills is his name. Yeah. Show you what he looks like. Used to watch it. Okay. Well, they what's the kid's name? Is it the cop?
Carl.
Carl's cohort was the guy that is also it's his officer with him Looks a little bit like this guy. That's coach for Oral Roberts. I was almost going to say Olin Mills. Olin Mills used to be a place where they take your photograph. Remember that when you was a little kid? Go to Olin Mills. Oral Roberts, Olin Mills. Oh my gosh. So wrong, so wrong, so wrong, so wrong. But Oral Roberts. Upset that Colgate didn't make it. Does he have Danny White eyes? I don't know. Was he a little did he have a little bit of a cross eye going on there? No, let's see. Let's see. Yeah. He got a little bit of he got a little bit of north, south, southwest. Check it out. He does. One of them eyes north, the other one's kind of looking southwest. Yeah. Got a little bit of twink. I don't know if he ever on 4th down he ever backs up and says time to punt. Oh me. We are so wrong. Danny White. Number 11. Danny White. Oh my gosh. Danny White. I always say he used to look like at the beginning of the game. You're wrong. Danny White used to look like a guy should look after a game, but that was before the game started. Danny White was a rough mug. I ain't lying. And you just could swear that Danny White had been out playing football all week long, and somebody had knocked his helmet around while he was looking through the ear hole. Oh my gosh, Danny White. He was so funny. He was so funny. Rufus is laughing about that one. Rufus got his tongue out. Oh me. So Creighton, the Blue Jays, the Bobcats get a hold of them tonight. All I can say is the kid that's the NBA talent, he's got to play better tonight. He threw the ball in some places all night against Virginia. He should not have been throwing them. He played out of control. He's got to back it up a little bit. So I'll see another 2 seed is out. Yes, sir. Another 2 seed is out. Iowa is done. Iowa is done. Cooked and fried and sent home. Number 1 seed, Gonzaga. The Zags are playing very, very well right now. They were up just a minute ago, 22 points. Probably up by more than that now. No. They're only up 9. They're only up 9 with 2:05 left to go in the game. Oklahoma fought back. Let's see what I said the kid from Oklahoma would score 25. Let's see what he's done. 27, Austin Reeves. I'm telling you. Big watch party and convention center for ACU this evening. Abilene Christian. Michael Peterson, tell me, Abilene Christian, do they win or do they lose? Straight up, do they win or do they lose? He's got a feel for it. I actually like Abilene Christian. I think they win, but let's see what he says. Do they beat UCLA? You think they lose? I actually think they win. I like their chances. UCLA has got some they got some Swiss cheese holes that, a lot of teams took advantage of this year. They really do. What is the Vegas line on this game? Let's see if I can find it. What is the Vegas line on this ball game? Three-point shooting is big key. Yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Let's see what the Vegas line is here. You got to feel like UCLA is probably a favorite, but not a huge. 5.5 point favorites. Over under is 133 points. So we're talking 70-65. Keep a game low score and under over. Yeah. Yeah. I would think Abilene Christian would not want this game to get to the 70s. That's for sure. They list them as a 5.5 point favorite, but the William Hill Sportsbook, 3 of the 8 bookies are picking Abilene Christian. How about that? 3 of 8. So, if Abilene Christian has got somebody that can dribble the basketball and you need good guard play. You need good guard play. Yeah, oh yeah. 3 of 8. Yeah. Vegas odds don't just throw just throw it out there. They've got reasons behind it. They've only lost 4 ball games. They're 24-4. UCLA has lost 9 games. Now I realize, you lost to the Pac-12, and the Pac-12 is kicking ass in this conference. I mean, in this tournament. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Good. You need good defense and you need good guard play. If you get both of those, you have got a fighter's chance. You really do. You have got a fighter's chance. 81-70 Gonzaga with 1:07 left to go. This game is pretty well over with, so I don't have to worry about a whole lot more there. Ohio and Creighton, 6:10. So we're talking about hour 20 minutes from now. I'm liking the Bobcats. I'm liking the Bobcats in this game. Creighton, the Big Ten Conference looked flat, and they won a 2-point game Saturday. And they did not look great Saturday. Let's see who did Creighton beat. UC Santa Barbara. Yeah. Any excitement besides Iowa losing? Let's see. The Colorado Georgetown game. Colorado Florida State game rather. Everybody. Yeah, 2 Big Ten teams left. That's it. Everybody and their mother's picking Florida State. And it's probably a good pick. But I'm telling you, LSU is not going to get stomped by Michigan. I don't think. I think LSU is the type of team that they're physical enough that they're going to stand up to them. They gave Bama a whamming. Now, when I say that, smacked them upside the face a few times. One time this year when they played. Played close too the whole game. Michigan, to me, Michigan's not as physical a team as Alabama is. And LSU stood up to them. Michigan's a fan's choice because of the coach, and especially because of their football team and the way they've been playing. They've been playing like shit. I really like LSU in this ballgame. I think LSU can beat them, and if they do, then Colorado is under the radar. Yeah, Colorado is under the radar. That's a team that can go out and could beat Florida State by 20, and people will be like, yeah, because we're all looking at Florida State, what Florida State brings to the table. One of the best defenses in the country. And anytime you bring that, and you're going to be playing in the 50s and 60s, you got a legit chance now. If Colorado runs the ball up the floor and forces them to up tempo, he goes 70s and 80s. Then the bets are off. Florida State probably not going to win that game. Abilene Christian, we're talking about that with Michael Peterson. I like them. I like them against UCLA. They've probably got very little tape to watch. UCLA, you got tape on them all year long. Plus, they've lost 9 ball games. So we'll see. And then let's see. Maryland, Alabama tonight. I like Bama there. I really do. USC, Kansas. Kansas is a 3 seed. This is a down year for Kansas, and they're still a 3 seed. Nobody's talked about that team, the Jayhawks, all year. Nobody's talked about them. They're a 3 seed, and have probably the best coach left in the tournament. Last night seems more exciting right now, but I tell you what, it could reach a fever pitch yet. It's still 6 games to go. And Gonzaga, they're moving on. They're 14 points ahead of Oklahoma. Now they're 16 points ahead, she said. They just made some more free throws. So it's pretty much over there. So, yeah. 17. They must have been shooting three. Wonder what the ratings have been. Gonzaga is so dangerous. They may put 90 on the board. And that was something me and Tim Tribefan were talking about. Tribefan said he thinks the ratings are going to tank today. I don't think so much, just due to the fact so many people are at home. Kids, teenagers, 15 all the way up to, let's say, 25-year-old people. 15 to 25-year-old range. So many are at home. College and high school kids watching the basketball. They're stuck at home watching basketball because they're not at their universities, not wherever. A lot of people's not at their jobs just due to the COVID. Now, to me, I still doesn't make a lot of sense why they wouldn't still play Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It looks like it would. Next week, if you've not heard yet, this is next week. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Now, I really don't like it. I can understand playing Mondays, but why wouldn't you play Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday? If you're going to do it this week, why not next week? But nope. There's a B on you. No B on me. No B on me. No, it's an emblem. It's an emblem shining through. So, no overlaps on games. Yeah. So, and then following next Tuesday, then they'll have championship Final Four weekend the next weekend. So we'll see what happens there. We'll see. I like Abilene Christian. I like Ohio. I like Michigan. I like Michigan there. And I like Florida State. And I like Alabama. So I'm taking three of the favorites, 2 dogs. You must be on a pizza strike. You talking about me? I don't know. So I'm actually heading out right to now. And I don't know. Might be back home. Maybe been busy with calling baseball. Oh, cool. Oh, okay. Very cool. So you guys take take care, wash your hands, have games tonight, Sean. Oh, Michael Peterson. You got some baseball games going on. Are you an umpire? You never get along without getting a pizza out of the freezer to talk about. Never go this long. Oh, talking about me. No pizza. No pizza tonight. That's for certain. No pizza tonight. very soon we will have another one. We tried. I got some more. I got to try. Some I just am not being able to get a hold to. I may have to contact a company and tell them to send me a couple. But some I don't have in my area that some folks have out west. I'll get them to send me one day and say, look, we want to do it on my channel, and we're going to give you a rating whether it sucks or whether it's good. And make sure you're a good pizza, because don't be sending me stuff that's crap, because I'll give you a bad rating, but I'll pay for it. I'm not expecting you to send it to me, so we'll see what happens. Rufus, the Rob cat, Ohio University, will sit right here. He'll sit there until I return. Garlic bread pizza. I don't like garlic, so that outdoes that. Plenty of sauce, light cheese. And I prefer beef topping over sausage, but some sausages are better. Just as long as it's not greasy. I hate greasy pizza. Y'all have a great. Well, just fall then, damn it, son of a bitch. All the paperwork I just set there. I set like 12 pieces of paper there. It all just right down the floor. I just said all that shit just fell to the floor. I'm gonna pick it up. Y'all have a great evening. God bless. Talk to you soon. And go Bobcats. Bye-bye.